It's the highly anticipated return of not one but two rookies this year who are coming off impressive wins in their debuts. And now they're going to be playing head-to-head against each other. It's Diamond David Del Rio. It's Lightning Liz Shannon Miller. Who's going to come out on top today? Let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. Okay, so something that needs to be addressed. Some people probably saw on the Facebook page when they previewed this match. There was a little thumbnail on there that wasn't entirely accurate. It could still end up being accurate, but as of right now, not entirely accurate. Before, the thumbnail said winner goes to Collision. Well, maybe not. Whoever made the thumbnail, I guess forgot that there was one extra add-on about this upcoming match. The winner of this match will play JTE in a singles match, and then the winner of that match will go on to the Collision. So it's still possible that one of these two players will end up getting to the Collision, but they just got to jump one more hurdle before they get there. So as far as who I think is going to win, not really sure. Both players kind of had the same kind of victory where it wasn't a high scoring matches in particular, but they did what they had to do and they came out on top. David Del Rio, I remember, came out on top against Whitney Seibold, which made me start crying and boo-hoo-hooing all the time. And Liz Shannon Miller defeated Demi Dude. I think I remember that's what I started calling him because his last name was just something I was never going to be able to pronounce. So I just started calling him Demi Dude. So Liz Shannon was victorious against Demi Dude. David Del Rio was victorious against Whitney Seibold. I guess there's not really anything more. I can't really pick a winner because I haven't really seen enough of them this year to really have a favorite coming into this. So, yeah, so much for that prediction. So let's get into the match if I can get my headphones on. So, yes, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1.
Ken,
hello, Emma.
Do you think your mom works here? Someone's gonna come clean up after you? Leaving coffee stains
Yes!
all over the place.
Disgusting human, isn't he? Just
Well,
disgusting.
that might be a little extreme.
Hello, Christian. The gang is here.
How are you?
I'm just great, Christian. How are you?
So I noticed that you've been a little stressed out with Sam.
Well, I mean, most of what's going on is that I have been doing my job. I've been putting my heart and soul into the Schmoedown and trying to elevate this league to the greatest it's ever been.
Very well, by the way.
Thank you. And Sam mostly just showed up to have lunch, and then he would disappear. I think he's over
a champ's lunch
right now, probably at Wood Ranch.
Yeah.
But
You think he's being spiteful?
A little bit.
Well, to be fair, you're throwing your weight around just a tad.
That's very true. I was simply fighting fire with fire, which was maybe not the best choice I see now, but you know, it was a gut reaction, and I did it, and I stand by it.
I know all about gut reactions, and I think that the fact it is your right to say, like, hey, Sam says to you, you're going to be in a singles match,
right.
You lose that match, and you put Chance in a fatal four-way. And now we know that in that fatal four-way there's going to be Chance.
Obviously, I'm bringing back Keaton Markey because she's wonderful, and I think that she hasn't necessarily had the chance to shine in the Intergeekdom League, and I know she could be a great competitor. We've got a new competitor, two rookies actually.
Okay.
Yes, so we've got Chandru, who's hung around the studio a little bit. He's really excited to get himself in the ring, and Brandon Hanna, the return of old Boss Baby, now the Hitman.
Ben Fakeman?
Well, look at that. Okay.
The Hitman? He better come out to Bret Hart's music, or I riot.
I think that's a great match, and even though I think that both you and Sam are kind of throwing your weight around, I think you might be getting out of control. Just read comments.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't do that.
That's fair.
Real man.
Told not to do that before. So We got a manager
Don't
ball
read the
game.
comments. Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph breaks the internet.
Managerial debut in the
Do
manager
not
Winning the
read the
manager ball,
comments.
the Commissioner Ball,
I did, yeah.
You did, absolutely. I remember that one. So, you won that. You know that how important that could be. So we're going to make a little switch for the manager bowl for Collision. How about this?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how about for the Collision, we have five. Let's do 5 competitors. 5 competitors going at it.
I mean, we have a lot of factions in the league these days. I would love to see 5 managers.
No.
do that.
5 competitors, not managers. 5 competitors, before you get confused, representing each manager.
Okay.
They can choose who.
Okay, so like people from those factions?
Somewhat.
I don't hate it. I just don't really see what the manager.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I love about this. I get too stressed at these things. People screaming and yelling, they're cheering, and they always yell at me. And I'm done being yelled at and I don't want to be anyone's boss right now. I do things like this sometimes. So,
Do you?
for 1 month, that manager, whoever's player wins, get this, and you're gonna love this, will be you and Sam's boss for a month.
Okay. All right. I mean, I
Thought you said she'd love it.
someone stepping in that's going to encourage Sam to continue on his trend of
And you.
of trying.
And you.
And me.
And you.
And me,
Look at
yes.
this.
Perfect.
So we're going to find out who it's going to be. Will it be Jay Washington? He'll pick who he wants. Will it be Tom Dagnino? That's something.
That certainly is.
Will it be Robert Meyer Burnett? God help us all.
Yeah. Thank you.
We can have corruption, have anyone that they want. We know how you feel about Grace. And finally, Kaiser. Any one of those managers. And why isn't Roxy in it? Well, she has 2 of the champions playing anymore. She doesn't have anyone else in her faction. So tough luck, Roxy. So that's it. That's my deal. That's my decision. Good luck to you.
I cannot believe I am rooting for Tom Dagnino.
What? How can you say that? Boom. Boom. Shh. Boom. Boom. Interesting. So, guess I'll go out on a limb right now and say probably Ethan, Bateman. Hello, Mark. Hello, Roxy. Half the gang's here, although I saw the whole gang there. So Ethan, Bateman, McWeeny.
Impressive rookies who had big debuts, and now they're looking to make a real name. One of them is going to go to 2-0 today.
These are my favorite kind of matches. I love a good.
Not really sure about corruption yet, but
Liz Shannon Miller, who made a big debut. Lightning did.
not really sure about Kaiser's group. I would assume it would be Paul Oyama, but is he playing at Collision? We don't know yet.
And then Diamond Dave stopped him in his tracks. So like I said, each competitor right now, Roxy, 1-0, as somebody who has made their way in the managerial position at the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
Fanfare and a little bit of controversy. What do you as a manager look for in a potential competitor? What would you want to see from either Lightning or Diamond today?
I think it's important now that you look to see which of the leagues they can play in. You want to make sure that they aren't just a one league kind of person. So I want to see how they work by themselves, what their geek knowledge is, and also just how they play along with others. Also, I want to make sure they can stand up for themselves, that they're knowing the game and that they make the right calls. It's not just about the knowledge, but knowing what the full circle looks like.
I just like saying line.
And if they get questions wrong, you just slap people over and over.
Nicknames.
Oh, they're amazing.
Let's take a look at the pre-interview right now.
If I had a nickname, crap, that'd be what I am. Crap.
To the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
I don't know if he's related to Jack Del Rio, but it's David Del Rio.
My second match in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, the first one was really successful.
He wants to be considered as one of the greats, and he's off to a good start.
I feel confident. I feel like I'm in a good run so far, even though it's just one match. But going into this match, I've very much prepared and am ready to go.
On the other side of that, we have Liz Shannon Miller.
Coming into this match after winning my first match, it's honestly a little bit more intimidating. Like, first time, I didn't know what to expect. and I did well, and I'm really happy about that. Second time, I'm hoping I do as well, if not better.
Who knows where you go from here? Is it Diamond Dave Del Rio that she faces?
Playing Liz Shannon Miller.
Apparently so.
I'm still very intimidated because I did see her first match and she did absolutely incredible in it. This is a match to really see that who deserves to be continuing on the run of the League of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
So much hype about you. Like, they're saying you could be the next Ethan.
When I came into this league, I came in with the recommendation of Ethan Irwin, and Ethan has been a huge inspiration.
Ethan doing
and a
Ethan
real mentor,
things.
and I'm hoping this is the chance for me to prove to Ethan that his faith in me was warranted and that I'm able to move forward on my own terms.
The rookies seem to be getting better and better all the time, and this year we have seen so many newbies come and really face this challenge and then soar. So I'm excited to see what happens for both of them.
Anybody would expect the answer right now, that they want a belt around their shoulder to carry around. My goal right now is to just take it match by match. To play any of the greats would be just a dream come true for me.
I mean, I would love a belt. Belts are nice. They cost a lot of money, so it'd be great to get one for free. And also, it would be a real honor to make my name in this competition.
We have two new forces to be reckoned with in the singles league.
Dave, we're both 1-0. We're both coming into this as equals. One of us will leave the opposite way, and I'm wishing you the best of luck as I wish myself the best of luck as well.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I am here to play. That is my only goal. I'm here to listen to some questions and answer the questions correctly. If anybody else wants to come at me in a way that goes beyond the game, absolutely bring it on. You can't bring me down.
No trash talking, straight to the point.
You see that, Roxy?
Very
The
nice.
thing is that it's Diamond and Lightning.
Change of pace.
An American Gladiators matchup, which is fantastic.
And doing a great job at it.
American Gladiator. Da 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 da.
These are good
Da
human
da da
beings.
da da.
Sometimes we don't
Da
get
da
that
da
in
da da
movies,
da.
like the Schmoedown circle. They're very
Da da da
complimentary
da da
of
da
one
da
another.
da.
It also looks like they're
What?
starting to get that eye of the tiger.
If this is American Gladiators, where's Todd Christensen? Where's Larry Zonka?
Doesn't mean a great
Where's
deal, so we're
Mike
gonna have to see if
Adamle?
That bodes well for them.
It's very true.
I'm getting boost, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
You can be a rotten piece of garbage and know a lot about movie trivia, but maybe
Piece
this
of
man
trash.
is going to take a W here today and get to 2-0. Roxy Stryer, let's get to the tail of the tape. What are these people good at?
Absolutely. Well, Lightning Liz Shannon Miller is great at all of the decades. Just
All the
of them.
decades.
All of the
She's
decades.
amazing at the
There's a
decades.
lot of
So
movies
that's
in all of the
what she's
decades.
doing
There's
all
like
of the years.
all of
So,
the
50
I mean,
zillion
also
movies.
Sci-fi is another one of her strengths. And Diamond, another nickname that you love.
Yeah.
Dave Del Rio is great with Oscars and directors. So that's a heavy hitter as well.
And Diamond Dave, great at fronting a kick-ass rock band. All right, here we go. Roxy Stryer, are you ready to get this going?
Oh, always. Born ready.
Then it is time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
I had to say it too. I just
Good
had to.
throaty
I
crowd
got it.
here today.
I was going to say it, but she took my
Trivia
line.
first. With a record of 1-0,
Praise the Lord.
Lightning Liz Shannon Miller.
Yeah, with the colored tights again. Maybe it's
Oh.
a secret weapon.
No, we're not playing gospel music
Right
anymore.
there. Trademark hat, ready to go.
You think a hat keeps all the knowledge in? I don't know.
I don't think that's how hats work.
Oh.
That's not how this
Her
works.
opponent.
It's not how any of this
Also with a record
works.
of 1-0. It's Diamond Dave Del Rio.
Woo.
And here's Diamond Dave.
Threw the curtain right open.
Diamond Dave taking a seat. Oh, look at that handshake. You know, it's just heightened by the fact that you two are so nice, and I know that just makes Roxy's stomach turn.
It's a little too nice.
Seeing
It's a little
people
too
who are
nice.
just so classy and
Too nice.
you look like you're not enjoying
No,
what's going on the stage
I'm
right
from
now.
the Howie Mandel camp of don't touch my hand before anything we start.
Just give Roxy a fist bump if you get to meet her in person. All right, so we have Liz Shannon Miller, Lightning, and we have Dave Del Rio, Diamond, up there on the desk. Here's how The rules work in round number 1. It's the first of 3 rounds. In this round, you're going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie trivia Schmoedown galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask you a question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at the correct answer on the whiteboard in front of you with the
Best attempt. I will try my best.
You guys are going to have
Although usually I fail at that.
Once we ask you by name to give us your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to your camera at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the 3-round match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want us to repeat it, or you just want to buy yourself some time, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any time throughout the 3 rounds. Diamond Dave, do you understand the rules if I've explained them to you?
Yes, sir.
You ready to go?
Looking forward to it.
And Lightning Liz, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Let's do it.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
I think I've done that right like 5 times in a row now.
I think that you should get an award just for that.
It's time to Schmoedown.
You deserve a cookie.
Basketball championships. All right. In round number 1, we're going to kick off with the category of
Animated.
Ooh.
Yay! Might get one right.
Pop music star provides the voice of young King Arthur in Shrek the Third.
I believe that's the 3rd Shrek movie.
Are you sure?
I used to play this game a little bit.
Really good at the Schmoedown.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Justin Timberlake.
1. Pens down. We go to Diamond first.
Is it Justin Timberlake?
It is, in fact, Justin Timberlake. Did Liz have it?
Pulled it out of my ass.
Justin Timberlake.
I told you that's how hats work.
Just in the nick of time. Maybe that hat is paying off like Roxy thought. We move on to Action Adventure. Action Adventure, and your question is, who played show host Caesar Flickerman in The Hunger Games? Did you read the Hunger Games books, Roxy?
Does watching the movies count as reading?
To me, it does.
Then yes, all of them.
I was reading last night, and by that I mean watching YouTube vids. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Liz.
Bill Nye.
Stanley Tucci.
It was, in fact, Stanley Tucci.
Not even close.
Stanley Tucci.
He did. Showing no signs of intimidation early, Rox. It's 2-2.
Yes. Question number 3 in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Which actor stars as the title character in 2011's Conan the Barbarian?
Question for you. Do you know who played the original Conan the Barbarian?
You know that I don't.
Really? You don't?
I know nothing.
Oh, God. We got to work on this. Okay.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What's that?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes, that's one. Which actor stars as the title character in 2011's Conan the Barbarian?
So it's 1 JTE rule. You know, sometimes a newer competitor, they forget about the JTE rule.
And
it's
she
nice
knew.
To see.
As a manager, I look for that kind of thing.
5, 4, 3,
I don't think it's
2.
The Rock.
Go to
I think
Diamond first.
pretty sure he was Hercules.
It is not Carl Urban. Did Liz have it?
Put Dwayne Johnson.
It is not Dwayne The Rock Johnson either. We're looking for
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
No longer has facial hair. Big story.
He shaved?
You haven't seen this?
I have not seen this.
It was on CNN.
Wow.
Oh,
And
yeah. He
a
got
ripple
rid of it.
stirs in the crowd as they find out Jason Momoa has shaved.
Ah!
All right, we go on to your next category. Your 4th in this. Going to take you to the halfway point of round number 1. And this is in the world of Oscars. This is a movie ceremony people used to care about.
They still do.
Released in 2013. Won Best Picture at the Academy Awards. So the ceremony was held in early 2014, honoring the movies of 2013. That always make it confusing.
Yeah, I actually have been confused as well.
I'd love to see somebody host that show next year. Go to 5.
Could be you.
4, 3.
I think I'm a year off. Argo.
Pens down. We go to Liz.
I don't have anything. I'm sorry.
Did not have it.
Hurt Locker?
We're looking for 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave. And
I think I was a year off.
So we thought Oscars was the strength for Diamond. Not that time. And all of a sudden, it is still 2-2.
Here we go with question number 5 in the category of horror thriller. In Misery, author Paul Sheldon writes books about a character named Misery. What genre of book are they?
Ooh. That's a
read
tricky
this one?
Yeah. I did not read Misery, but I did see the movie.
So it counts.
Yeah.
We already established
Totally
that.
counts. In our world, watching is as good as reading. 5, 4, 3.
Hell if I know. Is it romance stuff?
Pens down, going to you, Diamond.
I put mystery.
That is incorrect.
Romance.
Liz had it.
Romance is correct.
Romance.
Oh!
Yes, it is.
Pulling the lead.
What the hell?
Liz Shannon Miller taking an early lead here, 3-2.
I get more questions right guessing then. I guess that's why I should always write an answer down.
Your next category, and I'll ask the crowd to help me out with this one, is the world of comedies.
Ah!
That's maybe the best studio audience laugh we've ever had.
Nailed it.
Probably my best one
The
too.
question is, in what comedy does Michael Keaton play a character who clones himself?
As a kid, this movie disturbed me.
Obviously, my best friend. Would you?
Nah, I'd probably be by myself. Not really.
That was really sad.
4. I don't like other people. Including
Dark.
2.
Multiplicity.
1. Pens down. Go to Liz.
Multiplicity.
It is multiplicity. Did Diamond have it?
Multiplicity.
He certainly did.
Okay.
So Liz maintaining that 1-point edge over Diamond in round number 1.
Let's see how they do in number 7, which is in the world of rom-com.
Oh, I love these.
Me too.
Are you sure?
2012 rom-com stars Jason Segel and Emily Blunt as a couple struggling to get married. Same.
Struggling to get married. What's the struggle? Just don't do it. I don't understand. What's
First
so
thing,
hard
you gotta
about
get a
this?
guy. That's hard.
Yeah, it all sounds awful. 5,
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2, 1.
51st
Pens down,
dates?
Going to you, Diamond.
I don't think
5-year
so.
engagement?
It is the 5-year engagement. Did Liz have it?
5-year engagement.
She certainly did. They believe in love.
I apologize for my handwriting. It's terrible today for some reason.
I've seen worse.
The handwriting is, Roxanne, I've seen a lot worse in the world of
You've
handwriting.
seen worse,
Come to our final
like
question.
mine.
We're looking at a score of 5-4 here, Roxy. I'm very impressed so far with the competitors. They're not intimidated by the stage at all. It's a showdown of hotshot rookies, and they both seem to be adjudicating themselves very well.
Yeah, rookie game strong so far, but don't get your hopes up yet. We'll see how they do in the next round.
See who suffers from the sophomore slump. Your last question in round number 1 is a Patreon question. The following question comes to you from Michael Campbell. Thank you, Michael, for supporting the Patreon.
Still not me. Where the hell I is?
If you have not already
Yeah,
slipped, which
they
is
done.
if you and
They
me both
forgot
done.
about me.
Michael wanted a category of dramas question, and he gets that right now. In Charlie Wilson's War, what Oscar-winning actor portrays maverick CIA operative Gus Avracatos?
Good pronunciation there.
I got really nervous as like my eye was getting to the name.
Oh,
I was
good.
like, oh God, this is not going to go well. But it did. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to
Christopher
Lucky.
Plummer.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It is Philip Seymour Hoffman. Did Diamond
Not
have it?
even
He
close.
certainly did. Look at the knowledge. Look at the breadth. Look at the depth, Roxy. 6-5.
Look at the incompetence. Look at the idiocy. Look at the dumb.
Del Rio, as we now move into the wheel round, and you, as well as anybody, manager or competitor, knows the wheel round. We call it the Wheel of Fate, Doom, and Justice.
Wheel of Death, got pray to the wheel.
Plus opponents and spinner's choice. And today's wheel actually has 2 slices that are sponsored by Movie Trivia Schmoedown patrons, and our crowd is going to love.
And they're not
these slices.
me.
Tom Hanks is a Patreon slice, and Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Y'all too late. Y'all too late. I already chanted it.
Oh, hi, Meryl.
Looking forward to seeing you in big.
Hi, Merle.
Now, if any competitor spins either Tom Hanks or Meryl Streep, we're going to say the name of the patron.
Hi, Meryl Streep.
So, Dave Del Rio is your favorite here today. He's sitting in that seat. However, it is Lightning Liz Shannon Miller who has the 1-point lead. So, Liz, would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to your opponent?
I would like to defer to my opponent.
All right, Dave, it's all up to you. And because you are 1-0, I do have to remind you, spin from the wheel, not the peg, sir.
Yeah, you got to tell the rookies.
You got to tell the newbies. That's how you spin a
Good
wheel right
spin,
there.
though.
You walk up to it.
Spin that wheel.
Gotta give credit where credit's
Spin that
All
wheel.
right, here we go, looking at action adventure. Action adventure.
He seems unsure.
He's looking. He's going to spin
Gonna
again.
spin again. Up, another good spin.
Very savvy play by Dave, because he looked at the other categories, and I think that he saw enough potential in the other slices to spin again,
But will it play
and it almost almost is Meryl
Hmm.
Streep,
Oh.
and the crowd almost went wild. But we have new releases.
Okay.
I wonder if that's a decade. New releases decade.
The world of new releases will be administered by Roxy Stryer. Before we get to that, I will remind each competitor that in round number 2, you get 4 questions from each category.
Yeah,
Each
forgot to
question
say the
is free for
rules.
missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is a correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. With all of that out of the way, Diamond, Roxy, the floor is yours.
All right, question number 1. In Widows, who plays crime boss and politician Jamal Manning?
I've heard of the movie. That's about it.
I forgot his full name. Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Brian Tyree Henry, B, Terrence Howard, C, Daniel Kaluuya, D, Cuba Gooding Jr.?
A.
A is correct.
So
Yeah,
one
I was
point
thinking that was
and
probably
15
the answer if you said full name.
All right, question number 2. In Teen Titans Go to the Movies, what singer voices Tiger and sings a song, upbeat, inspirational song about
Michael Bolton.
I don't have many of them.
Multiple choice.
Michael
Is it
Bolton.
A, Chris Isaac, B, Michael Bolton, C, Tom Jones?
I need to do it like my Michael Jordan sound. Michael Bolton.
I'm going to say, because I've seen this movie 0 times, C.
Incorrect. So now for the steal, your options once again is it A, Chris Isaac, B, Michael Bolton, C, Tom Jones, or D, Tim McGraw?
I'm going to go with Michael Bolton.
That is correct.
We are Michael
steal.
Bolton fans.
Big
We celebrate
steal.
his entire catalog. For my money, I don't know if it gets better than when he sings "When a Man Loves a Woman." I'm kidding.
Didn't see that coming.
I understand.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Oh!
What stand-up comedian plays a single woman that wants to adopt an athlete in Instant Family?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Teague Notaro, B, Eliza Schlesinger, C, Natasha Leggero, D, Maria Bamford?
Is it
D.
Incorrect. So
I'm going to go with D, Maria Bamford.
Also incorrect. It's a friend of yours.
yeah, looking for Eliza Schlesinger.
Mm.
Just in Canada with her. We had a good time. Hey,
Yeah.
Canada, how are you? Enjoyed the stage time.
Very funny in that movie, by the way.
Yes, she is.
Question number 4. What is the name of the demon who prefers to inhabit the bodies of vulnerable males in Hereditary?
Oof.
Again, same.
Yeah, dear God.
Don't know the answer.
Multiple choice.
Forgive me. I'm gonna hide
A,
because I'm a vulnerable male.
Alexis, B, Dagon, C,
Okay, he's
Samuel,
gone.
D, Payman.
D.
That is correct.
All right, so negotiating his way through a very tough slate of new
That was rough.
questions is Diamond Dave, and so he ends up tied with Lightning Liz right now. And Liz, the floor is yours to spin, and she could really have a big advantage going into round number 3 if she gets the right wheel slice.
Tough round for a diamond.
Here we go. Look at Diamond clapping for Liz.
Big money, big money.
This could be opponent's choice. That's why
Oh.
he was clapping.
He knew.
Because now Liz
That's
is
not
behind.
big money. That's
Now,
bankrupt.
Roxy must love this game because now they have to be at each other's throats.
This is
Diamond
so
Dave
bad.
has to pick the one choice he thinks Liz is going to struggle with.
Why are they smiling so much, Mark?
Because they're happy.
Let's go with family films.
Going to go with family
Family
films.
All right.
Hmm.
All right.
We don't know if that's hard or easy for her. We're going to have to see.
We do not. It's a category that more often than not I just kind of breeze right by that section in my local video update, but we'll see how.
I thought you were gonna say Blockbuster. Then I would have knew you were lying.
In the world of family films, films that can be enjoyed by the entire family, should you be unfortunate enough to have one of those.
Unfortunately, at our theater, that would be
Mixed
Deadpool.
Family comedy stars Bill Murray as Frank and Chris Rock as
Osmosis
White Himself.
Jones. Actually liked that movie very much so.
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Osmosis Jones, B, The Incredible Mr. Limpet, C. Bad Company.
The animated series was quite underrated too. Unfortunately, it did not.
Mr. Limpet.
That is incorrect.
It never really got off the ground.
Dave, your options are: is it A. Osmosis Jones, B. The Incredible Mr. Limpet, C. Bad Company, or D. The Page Master?
Osmosis Jones.
It is Osmosis Jones.
Big steal. That is a
Diamond
huge
Dave.
steal.
Stealing the point back that Liz had stolen from him
Yeah.
during his new release slate. Okay, back to you, Liz. Your next question in the world of family movies. What comedic actor played the Martian in the 1999 family film remake, My Favorite Martian?
Christopher Lloyd.
1999. Multiple choice, please.
Is it A. Jeff Daniels, B. Brendan Fraser, C. Christopher Lloyd?
Jeff Daniels is in the movie, but it's Christopher Lloyd.
C. Christopher Lloyd.
Yep.
We are tied, ladies and gentlemen. 8-8.
Wow. 2 questions that I've known the answer to. Hot
Right,
day.
next question.
Called Police and the Fireman.
Paul Walker stars in what 1998 comedy about 2 surfer dudes?
I do not know that.
dressed up as Yellowstone Park Rangers.
Gonna go to multiple choice on that one.
Right. Is it A. Yogi the Bear, B. Yellowstone?
No,
C,
not even
Ranger
close.
Dudes, or D. Meet the Deedles?
It's either C or D.
C. Ranger Dudes.
It is not Ranger Dudes for another Steel Diamond. Is it A. Yogi the Bear, B. Yellowstone, C. Ranger Dudes, or D.
It wasn't even Yogi the Bear. It was Yogi Bear.
Meet the Deedles.
That's what it was called.
Give the man
Yeah.
a point and the lead.
It was not A or B. That was for certain.
Over Miller, with 1 question left for Lightning Liz in round number 2. And your last question in the world of family films, mercifully, your last question.
Yeah.
Because these are some bad movies we're talking about.
Hey, Osmosis Jones was pretty good.
And this question is, what actor plays veteran pitcher Chet Steadman in Rookie of the Year?
Nick Nolte.
You said
Nick Nolte.
it is not Nick Nolte.
Oh,
and this
shoot.
could be a
I know who it is.
huge 2-point steal. If Diamond Dave
Oh.
no multiple
Sorry.
choice.
Yeah.
Do I lose a JT
Apo-
for a repeat?
Apologizing for language. That's a first on Schmoedown.
What actor plays veteran pitcher Chet Steadman in Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year.
Too many baseball films in that era.
Is it,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Is it
5, 4, 3.
Timothy Busfield? Timothy Busfield.
There's a lot of kid baseball movies
Can I
out
say the correct answer because I remember it now?
Hit me.
Gary Busey.
For no points
For no
whatsoever.
points.
Yay!
Gary Busey. So Liz couldn't
Yes!
within 15 seconds. And then Diamond thought it was Demi Busfield. So then back to Liz, who gets no points, but she did get the fact that it was Gary Busey. And an all-time classic Rookie of the Year.
Angels in
I
the
like that she
Outfield,
still wanted to show off her knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
Angels in the outfield. Tony Danza. Who's the boss? Do 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 do.
Competing for Rookie of the Year themselves. As we move on to round number 3, this is the round that will decide the fate of today's match.
That was an ugly round 2.
Lightning Liz Shannon. In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. We need 3 numbers total from each of you. That number is going to correspond to a different movie trivia Schmoedown category. The first question you hear is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. The last one, should we make it that far, is going to be worth 5 big points. And there's no stealing in round number 1. There's no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. Excuse me. All right, Diamond Dave. You.
There kind of is a penalty. You could lose the game.
1 point.
That's a pretty big penalty.
First, what feels lucky?
3, 5, and 10.
10 and Liz.
15, 16, and 17.
15, 16, and 7, making
I like
it very
their
easy on us
certainty.
rocks. All right, Liz. I will be asking you your questions,
Sure.
and you are up first. So you chose category 15, and that's your 2-point question. That corresponds to the category of Westerns. Westerns.
Great.
And a tumbleweed rolls through the crowd. All right, Liz, your question. Who played the character that simply went by the name Blondie in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
Clint Eastwood.
I'm going to say Clint Eastwood.
And the lead. It is Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And Lightning Liz
There's a
has
softball.
taken the lead over Diamond Dave, which means now it is Dave's 2-point question turn.
So you selected number 3, which is scores and soundtracks.
Oh, joy.
Selma Hayek dances to the song After Dark in what 90s movie?
The Mask of Zorro. Not even close, I bet.
Song After Dark in what 90s movie?
It's gotta be The Mask of Zorro.
From Dusk Till Dawn?
That is correct.
Right.
Or it could be that.
So Diamond Dave retaking the lead over Lightning, goes back to her for her three-point question. Liz, you selected number 16, and that corresponds to the category of spy movies.
Spy.
And your question is?
Name all 25 James Bond films.
Melissa McCarthy in Spy.
Paul Feig.
That is 3 points.
Wow.
And that is a 2-point lead. And like a great tennis match or like a great ping pong match, Roxy, it goes back to Diamond Dave.
This is number 5, which corresponds with comedy.
Gonna get the ping pong table out tonight?
Who plays Farmer
You
Joe
can't laugh. It's too
Hammond
serious round 3.
becomes rich after discovering oil in 1993's The Beverly Hillbillies?
John Goodman? Sounds like a very Jed Clampett-y role for John Goodman.
Gerard Depardieu.
That is incorrect.
Very confidently answered, though.
Incorrect.
You're looking for
What was
Jim
the answer? I'm sorry?
Varney.
Yeah.
Jim Varney played Ernest in all those great movies.
Yeah.
Very funny comic as well in his day.
Oh, that makes
All right,
sense.
so David,
Slinky
stay
himself.
with you,
And he
now
had,
we're gonna have to
yeah, he
ask
kind of
you
has that
one
voice, a
question.
Clampett
Lightning
voice.
Liz Shannon Miller is going to come
Got
in
it,
here.
Bob.
W. Roxy, what fate befalls Diamond Dave?
Okay, the 5-point question for number 10 you selected corresponds with new releases.
Oh, that's a terrible fate.
In Bad Times at the El Royale, who plays Father Flynn's criminal partner and brother Felix O'Kelly?
The end. That's the look of a confused player.
Second JT rule.
In Bad Times at the El Royale, who plays Father Flynn's criminal partner and brother Felix O'Kelly?
Not looking good.
Just to annoy you, I'm going to ask for one more. Repeat, please.
That's his last JT
Okay.
rule. 15-second stands between Diamond Dave and Liz Shannon Miller.
In Bad Times at the El Royale, who plays Father Flynn's criminal partner and brother Felix O'Kelly?
Bo Bridges.
And your winner!
Oh my.
Liz Shannon Miller! By a score of 13-11, looking for Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman.
Oh, Nick Offerman, yeah.
Partner and brother
That's right, he was in that movie.
And that is how the cookie crumbles for both Diamond Dave Del Rio and Lightning Liz Shannon.
Don't crumble that cookie. I gave you that cookie for getting 5 consecutive Schmoedown calls right.
He knows his stuff. He's well-versed in categories, but today it's about the winner, Lightning Liz, getting to 2-0, Rox.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Ethan Irwin was not wrong about her. She is making her way as a rookie right now, and I'm so excited to see what she does in the future.
That's right, and as she mentioned in her pregame interview, I think that this was maybe the match where you step outside of that shadow of being knighted by Ethan Irwin, and now Lightning Liz starting to make a name for herself. We're going to have an interview with both Lightning Liz and
Well,
Diamond Dave.
you're in trouble now, because now I'm going to knight you. Ding! You've been knighted.
Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Well, you're 1-1. You know, you still had pretty great debut. I think just the wheels kind of fell off in round 2 for you when you spun away from action, and yeah, that happened.
That definitely happened.
Do you regret doing that?
No, actually. I think that, these questions are getting more and more specific,
Mhm.
and, it's challenging you to really, really watch the movies this time.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
And with new
Who
releases,
knew?
It's not like you can rewatch without spending boatloads of money,
That's
because
right.
most of them are still either in theaters or just in theaters.
No AMC stub card can help you there. But I will say, even if I picked action adventure, I'm sure it would have been that specific as well. Like what car was someone driving before it exploded, that kind of thing. It's getting harder, and I'm really after this match has gotten me to focus a lot more for the next one.
Yeah, do you think that it's going to motivate you to change the way you're preparing for these matches?
You know, this is only my second match, so I don't know what the preparation is yet to answer.
Still
that.
figuring that out.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't either. I just show up. What's next for you? Are you going to stick with singles? Are you thinking about, going into teams?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been approached yet for a teammate. I don't know how that.
Free agent here, guys.
Yeah, I'm free. I think I'll just continue with singles as long as the league has me.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it.
Sorry it didn't work out in your favor. Go get that AMC movie stub.
I will. I'm going to go out to the movies a lot more. And yeah, I'll be like, I'm here to prep. Thank you. So.
And for the free popcorn.
And the free popcorn. Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks so much.
gotta love the free popcorn.
All right, guys, I'm back with Liz, who is 2-0 now. This must feel pretty good considering, you're a rookie here and still finding your way.
I mean, it feels good to a degree. I'm, it's always the questions you get wrong you remember.
I saw you beating yourself up the minute Nick Nolte came out of your mouth, and you were like, no!
Well, I maintain my position that at that time in our history,
They were the same person.
They were the same person. So really, they could have either one of them could play that role. Gary Busey, of course, but like that one killed me because I knew the name Chet Steadman. I love Rookie of the Year is my favorite.
We all did.
That was one of my favorite movies. So yeah, that one was one where I was really beating myself up.
And then when you spun Opponent's Choice, obviously, what was going through your mind?
I mean, essentially, I figured whatever I got, I'd do my best. I honestly, because that's the thing with the category is like you can think Meryl Streep is super easy, and then they can ask you what color dress she wore in the poster for Silkwood. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you literally have no idea how the categories could break down. So
Chris likes to keep people on their toes, and there have been some really deep pulls lately, even just in that second round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that everyone thinks I'm beating myself up for the ones I got wrong, of course, but I feel good about the ones I got right, and I feel like I had a great competitor.
Yeah, absolutely. But you came into this league with so much hype because when Ethan Irwin backs someone, like, that's taking it to church. You know what I mean? Like, that is the gospel. And it's like, it is panning out your way that, he looks like he was right.
No, I mean, I'm...
Is that a lot to live up to?
It's a ton to live up to, but at the same time, like, all I can do is my best, essentially. Like, and I feel like the more I get in my head about it, the more I think about those expectations, and I think this is good life advice. Like, the more you get in your head about the expectations, and the less you just think about doing the best job you can. Like it's that's the way to go about it. I think I'm gonna have to up my game in terms of training. I'm gonna figure out how to actually train. Like, it's not just a matter of reading Wikipedia.
Well, we heard that one before.
Trying to memorize them because I know this because I was looking over Academy Award winners this morning, and I still totally blew that Hurt Locker question.
Yeah.
So it's really just about what you retain.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck in your next match. We're really enjoying watching how you develop out there. It's so cool watching new competitors come in and just kick ass right off the bat. And like I said, both of you put on such a great show, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Well, thank you so much. It was fun.
Back to you guys.
All right, well, Rox, you see there again. I know that
Kind of feel bad for her. She was trying to give that speech, that saying, and she kind of George W'd it. Got to expect the unexpectable. Because if you expect the unexpectable becomes a spectacle, which therefore makes it expectable.
Time where she knew the answer, she just couldn't get to Gary Busey quick enough. And as she's playing the game, I think we're going to just watch her get better and better. So I don't know what the limit is with her. She could end up being Rookie of the Year.
It was a very well-played match, very classy match, and these two competitors, maybe they don't have a lot of trash talking back and forth, but there's a lot of personality.
Yeah, that probably broke Roxy's heart.
Which either one of these is potentially managed by one of our big-time managerial types in the movie Trivia Schmoedown?
Definitely. I know as a manager, we're always hawking out who are the people that we want to pick up, and I think that these were two really strong rookies, both of them.
All right, well, the league has been put on notice by both Lightning Liz and Diamond Dave. Lightning Liz getting the win today to push her record to 2-0. And I want to thank Roxy Stryer for joining me at the desk today. Roxy, thank you so much. Where can all the kids find you out there?
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer. Thank you so
Slapping
much for having me.
people.
I'm a big fan of this league, and I was really excited to call this match today.
And we are big fans of each and every one of y'all watching here today. Make sure you subscribe right here to
Thank
the Movie
you.
Schmoedown channel on YouTube. Check us out in audio form as well. And if you've not joined the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon, check it out and select which tier is right for you. For Roxy Stryer and Christian Harloff, I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, and we'll see you down the road here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
Well, there you are, you louse, you fool, you fop.
Bone door, moron.
Really? That's the best you got?
That's the best one.
You got nothing more?
Yeah. Well, look what happened in Houston. You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Hey, you know what happened? happens in Houston, that's when my Phoenix, my guy, rises above it all with the flames burning behind him, and he triumphs. He's greater than ever before.
Well, you know we only got one thing left to do.
Perhaps a fight to the death?
No, you idiot. Play in the Schmoedown.
What do you know about?
You can't run anymore.
I'm a former champion, son.
Yeah, you have one person in the league. You lost to Jay Washington.
You know what? Jay's a friend of mine. I got a little flustered.
Mr. Navarro is
Navarro!
He's retired.
Why did you bring that up?
He's retired. And that's why you got thrown into the closet.
You know what? You had help. You had a team of 5 guys.
Yeah, but
and I lived. Yeah, but 6 months I survived on my own with no Netflix.
The big mistake you made was originally getting out of the Horsemen. Because now I'm in the Horsemen.
You're not in the Horsemen.
You've been kicked
You
out of
walk around in
leagues
front of the Horsemen. They're one step away from trampling right over you.
You saw what happened in Houston.
It's terrible.
You got a little piece of Shannon, just a toupee in your teeth. You should get rid of it. Anyway, nowhere to run to. Martha and the Bandits.
Nowhere to hide, son. Hey, man, Thunderdome got nothing on me, brah. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. That'll be me, yo.
Thank you, Rob and Tom and Roxy and Mark and Christian and Emma and David and Liz and Jen and the Wheel of Death. I think that covered everybody. Yeah, the match was pretty good. They had their trials and tribulations around too. That was quite an introduction and a rude awakening for what the Wheel can possibly do for both of those players. But it's a learning curve for everybody. As a person that has seen hundreds of Schmoedown matches now, the Wheel is definitely an intimidating nemesis for all players, new and old, and it's just something you gotta look past and you gotta try to overcome. But Liz Shannon Miller is victorious, and she will now take on JTE, who is kind of the polar opposite of a David Del Rio in terms of personality. Is definitely going to run his mouth. Definitely going to, be arrogant and all the other hoopla that JTE is known to do. Going to be interesting to see how Liz will handle that, because it's obviously going to be a very different atmosphere for her to play with the likes of a JTE. And of course the winner of that will go on to the Collision. So yeah, that's going to be a very tough match to call. Obviously, we know what Liz can do. JTE's history is well established, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So next week on Schmoedown, we got an Inner Geekdom match. Adam Halavic will take on Eric Zipper, newly formed Dungeon member Eric Zipper, it seems. And I'm still waiting for that Patreon question to get asked. Who knows when it's going to get asked at this point? And I think the next match after that next week will be the Paul Oyama Chance Ellison match, which has been built up for quite a number of months. So who will come out on top on that match? Who will come on top in the Inner Geekdom match? Well, we'll find out next week. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe to their content, and to mine as well if you so choose to do. Follow me on social media, WWEJTH1 on Twitter, and follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, the Facebook page, the Twitter page at the Schmoedown, the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website, TriviaSD.com, and become a Patreon if you can. It goes a long way. So, until next time, I am JTH. Thank you for watching, and until then, I bid you adieu-adieu.